What's up, guys? Welcome back to Structure. I'm your host, Lion, joined by my co host, E. And we got something real special for you guys today. We're doing a review of the Hulu film Prey. What's Prey? E?
Prey is the prequel to all of the Predator movies. Did it make the cut? Let's find out.
Let's go.
Dude.
All right. So, yes, as you said,
Yeah,
Prey is actually the fifth movie in the franchise. We
that's
started
right.
back in 1987. That's
Let's go
all way,
back,
way
back
back.
in time.
With
All the way.
Arnold Schwarzenegger. We
Yes.
did a film in 1990, 2004, 2010, and 2018, I think. I may be wrong some of those dates. I'm doing as best as I
If
can
so,
there.
let us know. I'm sure you will.
So I have to confess, I am not the biggest fan of Predator. What about you?
I'm a casual fan of Predator, and we'll comment on this one. But yeah, I'm not a huge Predator authority. I'll put it that way.
No, I'll tell you this. I like the first movie, I like the second movie, and that's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then this one actually restored my faith in the franchise because I'm gonna keep it real with you.
Uh
It
huh.
felt for a while that the Predator franchise was just using his name to
Yeah.
get some money out. It's like an easy movie to make. It's an action film, and people are gonna watch it because of the success of the
For
first two
the
movies.
franchise, exactly.
That's just my feelings on it. If you guys like the other movies, my bad, but that's just how I feel about it. I
That's
mean,
right. I
how
said
I
it.
how iconic was Schwarzenegger back in '87 going one on one with the Predator? I mean, I was a very
Yo, that
little
was a
kid, but
huge moment. That was a huge moment.
everybody
And
remembers
yeah,
Dutch. Come on.
exactly. You can't forget that one. So that I think is obviously what launched the franchise and what they've been living off of until now. So what were your thoughts on this episode? This
This
actually
movie,
movie rather.
movie. That's right.
Yeah,
So
I'm so used to doing TV shows. Go ahead.
so I actually enjoyed it. I came in very skeptical. I'll be completely honest with you. The movie's called Prey.
Yeah.
They are not mentioning the name Predator on the name for
Nope.
whatever reason. I guess maybe some negative connotations. Who knows? And this is a prequel back in 1719. We
Uh-huh.
have Native Americans versus the Predators. If you think about it, that was a layup for the Predator.
It's
Like
funny you should say that because my exact thought is like this is an NBA player playing against preschoolers. Like there's absolutely no competition. The guy has infrared technology, like,
he
and
has
they're playing with
invincible. He had
bow and
claws.
arrows. Like, come on, man, you're playing, you're playing hide and go seek with the night vision. This is not fair.
No, he's invisible. He got
Yes,
claws, super strong. Come on, man. But you gotta let's admit something. Every single movie, they always lose at the end, at the very end.
yeah,
And this time, he was faced against Naru. Naru was a very elite warrior, very elite native
determined.
warrior, right?
Yeah. No, I was just saying she was determined for sure. I love her heart and her persistence. It was great.
I have to admit, I didn't like her at the beginning because she seemed very bratty. She didn't seem like a leading character, like an action character. But as the movie went on,
Hmm.
she got much better. Like for
Hmm.
example, that part when she falls into the mud pit,
Yeah,
and she's sinking. I'm like, why don't you just turn back and just get out of the mud pit? Because she was like, if you look at
it's
the
not that easy. It's
no,
not
but
that easy, H.
but this is what happened. She kept
Yeah,
walking forward, and
yeah.
it's literally just this little pool of mud that's in the middle. She
Uh-huh.
had just fallen. She's within arm's length of grabbing solid ground, and she could just walk up and be cool. But no, she had to keep going forward, almost dying. And the dog was smart. The dog just went all around that. Like, come on, man.
Yeah,
But
the dog definitely outsmarted her in this situation. I don't think it was that easy. I think she was stuck. I mean, look at it. The predator got stuck. He couldn't walk backwards.
but that's
Towards
a
the end.
saving grace. She
Yeah.
remembered it and she used it as a trap to get the predator at the end. You know, that's the interesting thing. She was able to be determined at the end, go one on one with the predator. She used everything she learned from what she observed, the opportunities her brother created for her. Her brother is literally the unsung hero because if it wasn't for him wounding the predator so severely,
Yeah,
I don't think she would have been able to do what she did. Don't you think?
yeah. The brother just wouldn't die. Just when the predator thought it was over, he took the attention of the predator with just enough time for his sister to escape. In this, I got to give a shout out to the creators of the show because
The
I
movie, yeah.
like the historical authenticity of the French fur traders, and the excessive killing of the buffalo and just
Yeah.
leaving them laying out. That's part of history. That was authentic. They told the story the way it was. So big shout out to that. I always watch movies and try to see, like, I'm the type of guy that will watch a movie, and if it's in the city, I look at every car. I'll pause it. I look at every car and see what year that car was to see if they kept it real, or if there's something way in the background, which sometimes there is, that's a little bit modern. But they definitely kept it authentic to the time period. Big shout out.
No, certainly. It was kind of cool to see that scene. Not that it was cool to see the buffalo that way, but just how accurate they kept it, which
Yeah.
is always good for a movie of that caliber. They There's also a lot of callbacks to the original movie.
Yeah.
So we have a couple of things that we saw. Um, the gun that Naru obtains from the Frenchman, right? That
Hmm.
gun has a date of 1715.
And where'd that come
That's
from, H?
so that same gun was actually handed to Danny Glover in Predator 2 in 1990. So this tells you something about the movie, that this one is connected to the series,
Uh
and
huh.
two, that at some point the Predators get that gun back from the natives because they handed that back to the to Glover back in 1990. So that gun is part of the series in the same timeline. We also have scenes where when she says, "If he bleeds, we can kill it." That's the
Yeah.
same thing Dutch says in the first movie when one of the soldiers informs him that, "Hey, this thing is bleeding." He said, "Well, if it bleeds, we can kill it." So that's a callback to that as well. And we also have the one-on-one fight that's typical. We
Hmm.
saw that although she didn't have any technology, Nairo didn't. The same thing happened with Dutch in the first movie, where he had to be stripped of his technologies, get down to basics to be able to best the predator in the end. So those things are all reflections of the first movie, keeping some of the traditions alive. And this is being actually present in all the Predators movies, to be fair. What I really enjoy how they did it, they revitalized the franchise again. I'm actually looking forward to a sequel, which I have to say, at the end of the credits, would have the real drawings with the natives.
Uh huh.
One of the last drawings, if you watch, because they retell the whole movie in the drawings. At the very end, there's three ships that come in, and that has to tell you one of two things. Either that's the Predators coming down to just wipe everybody out,
Yeah.
or to get the gun back. This is where they get it back, or we're gonna be seeing a sequel fairly soon depicting what's happening at this particular moment.
Which one do you think it is, H? Is it a sequel coming up, or is it the former?
With the success of this movie, because everybody's talking about this,
Yeah.
I don't see how they would just leave that on the table. I don't think
Yeah,
there's Showtime to leave
like you
stuff on
said
the
earlier.
table. They're gonna go ahead and make a
Only
sequel. 'Cause I
Showtime
know
would
I
do
would.
something like that.
Only
Yeah,
Showtime. Dexter.
exactly.
Hashtag Dexter. Bring
Yeah,
back Dexter. Anyway.
pretty much. H, I gotta tell you, one of my favorite scenes in the show or movie, I keep on saying show, in the movie, was when Nara saw the predator face off against the bear. I mean, we know that the predator is an apex predator himself. However, so is a bear. And
That was a
anybody
cool
will
scene.
tell you, all you have to do is get one slap from a bear and you're done. To see the predator just completely annihilate that bear and then hold him up over his head after he cut him from chin to I don't know, midsection. That was pretty cool. I liked it.
He was flexing because he
Yeah.
basically lifts the bear after he defeats it and looks at Naru like, "Look what I can do."
Yep.
And I mean, he was toying with her the whole time because he didn't really see her as viable threat, and
No,
that's what did him in at the
yeah,
end. He
you're
was
right.
too
Because
trusting.
even on his screen, it was like sometimes she was a threat, sometimes she wasn't a threat. So yeah, absolutely. And that whole sequence was a pretty cool. I mean, we know the strength and the caliber of the Predator. However, we just got reminded, and the dude just took a shower in the bear's blood. So that was kind of crazy.
But so you know what we do here? We have a tradition that we rate the stuff that we watch, whether that's a TV show, a documentary, or a movie. And I have to ask Mr. E right here,
Yeah.
what do you rate this movie?
This movie was good. It was entertaining. There were some parts that were unbelievable. I think the Predator should have basically annihilated anybody that he thought was a threat, and he didn't. So that part was a little bit difficult. So my grade is an 8.
You give it nice, nice.
Yeah.
I gotta give it. It's a very good movie. I enjoyed it. I'm not gonna say it was a perfect movie. It's not necessarily the type of movie that I normally would go out of my way to watch, but it was definitely a great time, especially with Hulu. I think if I would have gone to the movies, maybe I wouldn't have enjoyed it as much, but I still
Yeah.
enjoy quite a bit just watching on Hulu. So I'm gonna give this movie a 7.5. Seven and a
Seven and
half.
a half. There you go.
I'm a little tough
I
on it,
beat
but it was
you up.
good. It
How
was a
did
good
that
time.
happen? How did that happen?
They did just a good job on it. There was a lot of other callbacks there from God of War stuff with the shield. It's a video very popular video game which the director mentioned that he wanted to reference and use elements of in this movie, and he did.
Hmm.
So that's a shout out to the God of War there. So let us know in the comments what you guys thought of the movie. Did you guys like it? If you're watching this, you know this is a spoiler full review. So hopefully you
Oh yeah.
haven't you
Spoiler
watched it. So
alert. Too late. My bad.
too late. Well, anyway, that's
It's
the
all good.
show. Mystery, why don't you take us home?
Hey, thank you for joining us. There's a lot of new shows coming out. We will be reviewing them as much as possible. You should be here on the next episode because we will be here. Until that time, this is Lion and I am E, and we are.
Unstructured.
That's right.
Peace.